In this session, we discuss some MCQs about immunity. Question number 1. Substance which increases immunogenicity of an antigen is known as A. Immunogen, B. Enhancer, C. Facilitator, and D. Adjuvant. The correct option here is D. Adjuvant. Adjuvants increase the immunogenicity of antigens, and when you bind an antigen with an adjuvant, the immune response generated against the antigen is much stronger compared to the antigen alone. Question number 2. All of the following account store of innate immunity except A. Normal flora on the skin, B. Phagocytes, C. Natural killer cells, and D. Memory cells. So the correct answer here is D. Memory cells. Memory cells are not a part of innate immunity, they are a part of acquired immunity. While the normal flora on the skin, phagocytes, and natural killer cells, they are all part of innate immunity. Question number 3. Which of the following is true about live vaccine? A. Immunity resembling natural infection. B. TT is an example of live vaccine. C. Oral route is not preferred. And D. Less immunogenic than killed vaccines. Now let us have a look at the options. Option D is less immunogenic than killed vaccine, which is false because live vaccines are more immunogenic than killed vaccines. C. Oral route is not preferred. So that is also false because oral route is used for giving live vaccines. Example example oral polio vaccine. Then option B, TT is an example of live vaccine. This is also false because TT is tetanus toxoid. And option number A, immunity resembling natural infection. This is correct because whenever we give vaccines, the immune response generated against the vaccine is similar to an immune response generated in a natural infection. So the correct answer here is A, immunity resembling natural infection. Question number 4. Which of the following is a character of passive immunity? A. Effective only after lag period. B. Transient protection. C. Immunological memory. And D. Produced actively by host immune system. Option A is effective only after lag period, which is false because in passive immunity, ready-made antibodies are given, and these ready-made antibodies, they start acting immediately once they are given. So there is no lag period in case of passive immunity. Option number D, produced actively by host immune system. This is also false because in passive immunity, ready-made antibodies are given from outside, and the host immune system does not participate in this process. Option number C, immunological memory. That is also false because since the host immune system does not participate in passive immunity, there is no generation of memory cells. So option number C is also false. So the correct answer here is option number B, transient protection. In passive immunity, ready-made antibodies are given, and as long as they are there in the circulation, they will give protection. But once these ready-made antibodies, they disintegrate, then no further protection will be given. So the option here is B, transient protection. Question number 5. Which of the following is a character of active immunity? A. No active participation of host. B. Transient protection. C. Immunological memory. And D. Immediate immunity. Option number A is no active participation of host, which is false because in active immunity, the host immune system participates. Option number B is transient protection. That is also false because in active immunity, the protection conferred is long term because the immune system gets stimulated. Option number D, immediate immunity. That is also false because in active immunity, it will take some time for the immune system to establish immune response, and so there is a lag period, and so there won't be any immediate immunity. The option number C, immunological memory, that is correct because in active immunity, immune system cells are activated and memory cells are formed, so immunological memory will be developed. So the correct answer here is option number C, immunological memory. Question number 6. Which of the following is an example of artificial passive immunity? A. Administration of ATS. B. Administration of live vaccine. C. Administration of kill vaccine. And D. Transfer of maternal antibodies to child. Now, what is artificial passive immunity? Passive immunity means giving ready-made antibodies, and artificial passive means giving ready-made antibodies prepared in the laboratory, right? So option number D is transfer of maternal antibodies to child. That is an example of natural passive immunity. Option number B and C, administration of live and killed vaccine. Admission of live and killed vaccine, that is they are examples of active immunity. So option number A, that is administration of ATS, is the correct answer here. ATS means anti-tetanus serum. That means antibodies against tetanus. So this anti-tetanus serum is used for artificial passive immunity against tetanus. So the correct answer here is option number A. Question number 7. Which of the following is an example of natural passive immunity? Passive immunity means ready-made antibodies, and natural passive immunity means mother to child. So the option D here, transfer of maternal antibodies to child, is the correct option. Option number A, B and C are false. Question number 8. Which of the following immunity is relevant in control of epidemics? A. Local, B. Herd, C. Innate, and D. Acquired. The correct option here is option number B, herd immunity. Herd immunity is important in control of epidemics. Herd immunity means in the community, majority people get immunized against a particular antigen. That is known as herd immunity. If the herd immunity is good, then the community is in general resistant against that organism. But if the herd immunity is poor, then the community is susceptible to that particular infection. Question number 9. Clinical infections produce following type of immunity. Any clinical infection will produce which kind of immunity? A. Natural active, B. Natural passive, C. Artificial active, and D. Artificial passive. So clinical infections produce natural active type of immunity. That is called natural immunity, and in that also active type. So natural active immunity, option number A. Question number 10. Premonition immunity is important in A. Chickenpox, B. Syphilis, C. Measles, and D. Typhoid. Now premonition immunity means immunity conferred to the host during active infection. Means as long as the person is suffering from that infection, that person will not acquire the same infection again, only as long as the person is suffering from that infection. Say for example, a person is having a particular infection for 10 days. So during those 10 days, person will not suffer from the same infection again. But after those 10 days, person again becomes susceptible to that infection. This kind of immunity is known as premonition immunity. Means in premonition immunity, that person is immune to that particular infection for those 10 days during which that person is already suffering from it. And once the person recovers from that disease, then again he becomes susceptible to that infection. Premonition immunity is seen in malaria and syphilis and some other disease conditions. So the option here is option B, syphilis. And this is the answer key. Thank you.